Now, Rowan, this again is the point, right? Now, no one's downplaying coronavirus to the extent where it doesn't matter, it's not going to hurt people, but we know so much more about it now. We know that there is a bare few people in Victoria who are in hospital. There's a difference between new cases and imminent death. This is all well-trodden stuff. But Andrews isn't interested in that at all. Instead, when there was a gathering of 30,000 people protesting, oh, that couldn't be sat on because there was too many people who were there. No heavy-handedness for them.
Well, let the people of Australia learn what happens when you vote in Labor governments and Labor authoritarian individuals such as Dan Andrews, because I have some really bad news, actually, worse news for the people of Victoria. All your businesses are suffering for absolutely no reason at all. And the reality is, the truth is, we now know from around the world, there's any number of studies that show that actually lockdowns, if anything, more detrimental than not having a lockdown, or perhaps they certainly aren't in any way responsible for slowing down the virus to the extent we have. What we did correctly was to shut our borders to China very early on.
Correct.
Ever since then, it's been pretty much, we could have really done anything. And social distancing, absolutely. Sanitising, all the things that the restaurants were ready to do and prepared to do, they should be allowed to do. And seriously, I don't know how these things work, but if I were in Victoria and I owned a restaurant, I'd be looking at a class action against this government for deliberately destroying my business, because there is no reason. We have 102 deaths in Australia out of a population of 25 million. There is no way you can classify this as a health emergency. And we've said all along from the word go, the emergency was if the exponential growth of the virus or deaths led to an overwhelming within hospitals, which meant more people were dying. That was the measure. That was the only measure globally. Not the virus could be everywhere. We don't know because we haven't tested everybody.
Correct.
And they can easily declare a second wave or a second spike simply by testing more people. It's that simple. So this madness must stop. We must rebuild the economy of Australia, and the poor people of Victoria, they should be literally marching in the streets about this and nothing else.